So, I'm just looking up the people who are on here because I low-key forgot their names. And so, let's see. All right, you guys. So, hey, Kimberly, how are you? I'm good. Actually, I was having like crazy allergies. They were affecting me crazy earlier. I was like dizzy, sleep most of the day. I'm low key, still a little fuzzy right now, but I can't sleep. So I was like, let me do a live. And I wanted to talk about this show. So let me see. I'm trying to pull up the cast so I can talk about everybody. I've been on Zoom all day talking to my girlfriends. I need to do that with my friends. I really do. Is Zoom an app or is it a website? Like what is Zoom? Hey Ray Ray, welcome back. Because I see people do it. Like I follow Kev on Stage. Okay, it's an app. Is it an app on your computer or your phone? Okay. So I pulled up the cast. Oh, it's an app for your phone. Okay, I'm gonna tell my friends. We need to get that because I miss them. Let me get a little bit more comfortable and we'll get started. But you could put it on your computer too. Okay, I'm gonna try that. And maybe me and my friends will like come on live or something. Cause I like I said, I saw Kev on Stage. I don't know if y'all know that channel, but he's been doing a lot of like Zoom things. Let me sit on this. Okay. Whew. It's addictive. We've been talking all day since 4. Dang. Y'all keeping up with each other. Is this a new season? No, we're talking about season 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um so I'm gonna talk about who am I gonna talk about first? Let's talk about Chica because he wasn't even on the show for that long, but that whole argument that he had with what was her name? Ashima. What was that? Why did he snap on her like that? It just seemed like that came out of nowhere. Like I understand that he brought the two ladies together to try to mend things and try to like get an understanding. But the way he was snapping on Ashima, and then even afterwards at the reunion when he was like, basically, I felt like you weren't respecting me as a man. So you as a man should be able to shut a woman down without being questioned. Is that what you're trying to say? Like, I just didn't understand where all the animosity came from. Chica mad nobody was feeling him. Possibly because he really didn't have many. I didn't really see any woman be like, oh, I want Chica. So maybe he was upset about that. Chica was out of pocket. It was crazy. I honestly didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere to me. Like, and yeah, she might have been a little bit out of line saying, let the women handle this. And he was the one who set it up. But he at that point he should have been like, you know what? Y'all right. I'm gonna let the women take it from here. I set it up. I'll let them take it from here. But it's like he completely took it to another level. Like that was crazy to me. And the crazy part is, I knew from the beginning because my cousin, she told me to watch this show. And so I was binging it. And in the beginning, I was like, I bet you this Chica guy is going to cause some trouble. And he did. I saw it from the beginning. Chica, he has toxic masculinity. Exactly. I was just like, I couldn't believe he snapped on her like that. Ashima is one of my favorites, so maybe I feel some type of way because I was like, why is he snapping on my girl like that? Okay, so let's move on to. I'm not gonna talk about everybody because everybody. Let's see. Let's talk about. Let's go ahead and talk about Alexis and Divine and London and Brent. None of the men. You're right. None of the men actually stood up and was like, "Don't talk to her like that." You're right. I don't know why I didn't even think about that, but a lot of men these days are like that. It's like if you see a woman being disrespected and y'all want to be this tough man, y'all want to, come off as so masculine, why don't you stand up for a woman when she's being disrespected? Especially Ashima, the guy she was talking to, what was his name? Darren. How come Darren didn't step up and say anything? One thing I did like about Darren is when they were trying to get rid of Ashima, he stood up and was like, look, I'm attracted to her. I like her. Gotta go. Boyfriend called me. We'll catch tomorrow and comment. Thank you. See you later. If the man I like don't stand up for me, it's over. Yeah, like, you gonna sit up here and let this man talk to me crazy while you're standing right there? That's kind of like, let me just go to them while I'm talking about him. I liked Darren and Ashima, but I knew they were not gonna like work out long term because of the dog thing. I feel like that is a major, like, if you're a dog person and I'm not a dog person, I'm like the complete opposite of a dog person. I don't know how that's gonna work. Cause I am not a dog person. I'm Ashima in this situation. And I don't like dogs. I don't like them in the bed. And that's not to say I hate dogs, but I'm jumpy around them. I'm just not a dog person. So I don't, their whole situation with the dog, I feel like that was like it sounds crazy, but I feel like that was a major roadblock for them. I hate that about men these days. Some of them truly see no need to defend women. It's beyond me. Like, they aren't damsels. Always need to be saving, but come on. Yeah, like, I mean, especially if you're just like, you're a woman and you don't need to address me like a man, well, then a man need to come in and defend me. Especially if you're standing right there. Hey, Celeste. The thing for me, like, the reason why I said that, recently, not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, I saw this video of this man. He came in to, I believe it was a McDonald's or something like that, and there was a girl behind the counter, a little black girl. She was a little petite black girl. And this white man came in, and I don't remember what the dialogue was, but he literally was like, picked her up by her shirt and was about to pull her over the counter. And it was crazy because there was like a few black guys standing behind her, at least like 3. And none of them did anything. They didn't even try to break it up. They didn't try to like restrain the man. They didn't do anything. And yeah, the girl ended up whooping the white man. Like, she kicked his butt. Thank God she had hands. Thank God she was like a boxer or something, because none of these other men were going to help her. They were just going to let her be assaulted by somebody, and they were just going to stand there. And I remember like everybody being like, she didn't even need them. She had, it doesn't even matter. The men there should have broken it up. It was 3 of them. So that's what I'm talking about. I just feel like people these days, they'll sit there and watch a woman get hurt before they stick up for the woman or try to intervene in any kind of way. I don't know. I think it's an issue, especially for like, oh, Lord, do I really want to get into this? I don't even know if I really want to get this deep. But it just seems like a lot of times the black men don't be protecting the black women, but let it be a woman of a different race. Let it be a white woman. Let it be any kind of foreign woman. Foreign as if, you know, there aren't foreign black women. They be quick to defend them. Quick. Very quick. And then I feel like other races, they be quick to defend their women too. But when it comes to black men, is crickets. Thank God she had hands, took me out. I personally seen a girl getting beat up by her husband and a bunch of men just standing around. I was literally the only person who even said something. And he could have definitely tossed me too. See? Or, I don't know if y'all saw this video of this girl, I believe she was with her father on a train and they were asleep. And this guy tried to kidnap her off the train. And, you know, he like kind of slowly drug her out of her seat and was trying to kidnap her. And somebody was sitting there recording. It was like a guy sitting there. Y'all were just gonna let her get kidnapped? Y'all, what? And like, even when she told her daddy wasn't hype enough for me. I mean, I know he just woke up and whatnot, but where is the protection? Where's the loyalty? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if that was another race, I just can't help but to think somebody would have jumped up and people would have band together to take that man down. But, you know, that's a whole other video. I might do a rant on that, y'all, because that is something that has been on my mind. It's something I don't appreciate. And I mean, I don't know, are the men these days just not taught to, you know, step in when a woman needs protection? Is it our society? I don't know, but it needs to be changed, because that's ridiculous. It's even to the point now, it just seems like the men want to be taken care of by the women. But y'all, that's a whole other tangent. That's something that's like a rant video. I did not mean to get on that tangent at all, but that whole Chica versus Ashima situation really bothered me. So yeah. Let's move on. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to, who was I gonna talk about? Okay, I'm just gonna talk about Alexis and Brent and London and Divine. First of all, can somebody tell me, why was everybody obsessed with Alexis? Now, I'm looking at her. She's pretty. She's very pretty. But there were other pretty women in this cast. Kimber was gorgeous. Tandy was pretty. Riva was pretty. Divine was pretty. Ashima was pretty. There were so many pretty women. Yeah, I've seen the whole season. My cousin made me binge it. But I'm just like, and it could have, you're right, it could be because of her looks. Was it because she had loose curly hair? I don't know. She wasn't even super light. Divine was lighter than her. So I don't even know. You know, some of these men be color struggling. They just want light skin. They just want some curly hair. I know. I'm woke to it. So I'm just trying to figure out what it was with Alexis. Her personality wasn't even like, I don't know. Like, I just felt like there were other women that the attention could have been spread to, but everybody was so focused on Alexis. Men love calm confidence. Okay. That could be it, because she was very confident. Like, she was very like, look, if you don't do this, then I'm gone. And she had like 5 other people that wanted her. The thing I didn't like about Alexis is, first of all, I feel like she used what was the man's name? The older gentleman. Carrie. I feel like she used Carrie. I don't think she really liked him. I think she used him to get further in the show. Like, because she threw him away so easy. I really don't think she really wanted Carrie. First of all, Carrie was 51. I don't even think Carrie should have been in this season. The thing I liked about this show is that it was older people. Um, Married at First Sight, it's like, I believe, you know, mid 20s to like mid 30s. And for this show, the ages started at like mid 30s and, you know, 40s, and obviously went up to 51. But I feel like Carrie was just kind of over his head a little bit. Um, Especially thinking Alexis really wanted him. Like, the only way I could see Alexis really wanting Carrie is if he was super rich. And I think he had a decent job, but I don't think he was just like over the top rich. So I believe she was just playing in that man's face. I didn't like that. She knew she didn't like him. Exactly. I felt the same way initially. However, she was very confident and direct. Okay, I could see that. I didn't get it either. I mean, she wasn't a bad looking woman. I just didn't get the hype. Her personality was a little off putting at times. Kimber to me was really, to me, Kimber was one of the prettiest there. She kept herself looking fabulous. Alexis used both Carrie and Brent. Definitely. She definitely did. Shade, Carrie was an older guy, but he had game. Had to give him that. Alexis was one of the youngest women too, so her stock was higher. Okay. Because men do want younger women, I get it. But Carrie should have known better. You an old player. You should know better. You single at 51. Did they ever say why Carrie was single? Like, had he ever been married before? Kimber is pretty but insecure. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to talk about Kimber and, what was the other boy name? Let me see. We're going to talk about Kimber and Jimmy after this. After this one. Yeah, she was hair goals. Um, okay, so this whole love triangle with London, Divine, and Alexis. I feel like, first of all, I feel like Alexis was playing a game. Kimber should have took Carrie. She should have, but I don't think she really wanted him at all. Jimmy was a hot mess. um, I don't feel like Alexis truly wanted anybody. I really think she wanted to win. I don't think she was actually ready to love or wanted love. I think she wanted to win. And she had a good strategy because all the men wanted her and she stuck around. So, with that being said, I think Divine actually liked London and had feelings for him from the beginning. And so I think the part where Divine kind of messed up was, this is a show where y'all are all kind of dating each other, and she wanted Divine to, I mean, she wanted London to like wife her up in the beginning, and it's like, that's not what this is about. Literally, people are getting eliminated every week. If he only committed to you, then he could be gone. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was a little irrational in that case. But I also think she saw straight through Alexis. But when it came down to it and they went head to head over London, basically, Divine came out on top, not just because she ended up with London, but because she didn't let Alexis get under her skin. I don't believe Alexis when she said she was on a 3-way call with them, but I do believe Alexis when she said that London had kissed her after that big blow up that they had in front of everybody. I believe that, because when they asked him that at the reunion and he was like, no, I didn't kiss her, no, that was not believable. But just the way Alexis was acting, she kind of showed her true colors in that she was the youngest. Like, she was kind of playing love and hip hop games towards the end there. And she just ended up with Brent because she didn't want to lose. She ended up with Brent because, first of all, Brent didn't have anybody left. So he was going to go for, everybody wanted Alexis at the end of the day. So he was going to go for Alexis anyway. Plus, he didn't have anybody. Two, Alexis, she always going to have somebody in her back pocket. So that's what Brent was. And Brent, honestly, Brent was the finest one there. If I'm going to be honest, Brent would have been the one I was going for. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he had his head on his shoulders right. He was handsome. I love that gray hair. I love the beard. To me, he's the best looking out of the whole group. He seemed to be very level-headed and just a nice guy overall. But I feel like Alexis was messing over him. But I feel like he also understood what the game was and he was willing to play it. And as far as London and Divine, I'm just like, girl, you deserve better. London, I feel like he's full of it. I would not trust him at all. I don't trust Twinkle Toes. Every time we turn around, he got on some sparkly shoes. I do not trust that. I'm not trying to call him gay, by the way, because people always think I'm trying to call somebody gay. I'm not. I just don't like sparkly shoes. Oh man, I don't like it. In the very beginning, she was not over her ex. Alexis wasn't over her ex. I'm not gonna lie, I had the Divine mentality, but at her age, she did what she felt what she needed to do. See, the thing about Divine, though, that I can respect, she was not playing games. She knew who she wanted in the beginning. She did play a little game with Brent. I think she was just trying to make London jealous, but she knew what she wanted, and she was even willing to leave the show because she thought, you know, she thought they were playing with her. So I think she just knew what she wanted from the beginning. But it's also a game show. Brent was giving me salt and pepper, old head finest. Exactly. Brent, I'm sorry, Brent was the most attractive. He really was. I don't trust the whole show, honestly. I mean, Nephew Tommy is the host. When I saw that y'all got Nephew Tommy hosting this show. Even though I feel like he was a really good host. But come on. I'm still gonna watch too. Like, I can't believe I didn't give this show a chance. My cousin literally made me watch it. I don't watch The Bachelor. The Bachelor is a little dry for me. I think black people always add a little flavor that will keep me coming back. Divine did try it with Brent, but she really stuck it out with London. She deserved better. Yeah, she deserved better. I'm sorry. I would have rather her go with Brent and let Alexis have London because Alexis was playing anyway. Leave me a like if you're in here, guys. So yeah, this whole love triangle, I think London secretly loved it. I think he loved being fought over by two women. And that's, I did not like that. The Bachelor is dry. The Bachelor, I can't even sit through one episode of The Bachelor. I cannot. Like, I tried to watch The Bachelor. Actually, I tried to watch it when it was that black girl that was the Bachelorette. I tried to watch hers. I couldn't get into it. It was dry, like you said. Real dry. Let's just quickly talk about Kimber and Jimmy. Jimmy was very immature. How old is Jimmy? Do they have his age on here? Jimmy is 40? Jimmy is 40. good for his age. I'll say that. Jimmy looks real good for his age. But he's 40? Acting like that? See, he gonna end up with a young girl that's gonna drive him crazy. Watch. London was a player. Sorry, I believe he did. I believe it too. He kissed her. But I believe Alexis was lying about some stuff too, though. But Jimmy is 40, y'all. I thought Jimmy was probably around Alexis's age. Jimmy acts like Jimmy was there for entertainment. Jimmy wanted to be on TV or something, because what? How old was Kimber? 35. He was so childish. But you know, Kimber was a little childish too. Like, that whole blow up that they had at the pool, I'm just like, he should not have brought that up knowing that that was a sensitive subject for her. But was it really like, was it everybody focused on them? Like, was the attention, all the attention on them? Yeah, I saw the reunion part too. He was definitely playing games. I feel like he is going to end up with someone. Like, he's going to end up with someone in their, like, early to mid-20s playing games with him. Because I don't know what grown woman his age is going to deal with that. Unless she's just as silly as he is. I mean, he kind of good looking, you know. But not with that attitude. You'd be shocked how 40-year-olds can be immature. I mean, I definitely saw on this show. I really thought once you get to a certain age, you just, you know, become mature. But I should have known that, because I thought people my age would be more mature, and they're not. Kimber begging for dates with Jimmy. And she went on a date with Carrie and was saying how he was too old. He's 50. He's 51. He's older than you. Yeah, he's not going to be silly. And he's not going to be, yeah, he's going to be rocking hard bottom roach stompers. Yes, he will, because he's older. That's what they do. Back in the day, that's all they used to wear. Kimber was literally a full plate, and he fumbled the bag. That's another thing. Kimber was a catch. What did she do? Oh, they don't have her occupation. But I feel like she was a catch. Kimber and Jimmy were not a good match. She was too willing at the reunion. I know. I hated that. Carrie could have told her something. He really, like, he could have, but she just wasn't willing to receive it. She wasn't. I was rooting for Kimber, but sometimes this made me want to come through the TV and have a little talk with her. Like, sis, just relax. Like, whenever Jimmy did apologize, you know, I feel like it didn't have to go that way. Like, it got really volatile really quick. She wanted him to name what he was apologizing for. You should have said that. Like, if you want him to sincerely apologize, tell the man what he did. Now, mind you, do I think Jimmy is still immature? Yes. But if you want somebody to apologize and they don't even know what you kind of don't know what he did wrong, you got to tell them. He had mad wisdom. I like Carrie. I low-key like Carrie too, but I just think this wasn't the right. I think he was kind of in over his head a little bit. I do. I don't think Carrie was genuine. He lied about Riva's situation, talking about he was testing her. I think he just was embarrassed and he had to come up with something. Because, you know, men like Carrie, old school, you know, they don't want to be put on blast, and they don't want to look like a pervert or, you know, whatever. They don't want to be looked at like, you know, a disgusting man. So I feel like he was trying to save face. I do think he was lying. You was not trying to test her. Come on now. He wasn't. I don't even think, you know what? Let me not say that, but he was not trying to test her at all. He was dead wrong for what he sent Riva. In fact, he probably could have ended up with Riva. He probably could have had Riva. Not saying Riva is the best. We're gonna get to Riva, but you know, he was playing a young man's game with that texting. Jimmy the type, like, women like to get women angry and it turns him on. Yeah, because when he was like, get mad, get mad. I see, I don't need to be with you. If you're encouraging me to be mad, we don't need to be together. Because I don't need you to encourage me. If I'm mad, you going to see me get mad now. That's childish. He was wrong for testing. Well, that was foul. He did try to save face. Definitely was a lot. Litmus. When he said litmus test, I was like, Carrie, come on now. Litmus test. A litmus test. He really tried it with a litmus test now. She would have made a good man. I don't know anymore. Because at first I was like, yeah, like, I would have loved for them to be together until we got to this reunion. Should we go ahead and talk about Riva and Tandy? And what was that man's name? And Mario. Jimmy played the victim card. He should hold an L for how he was with Kimber. Especially being 40 years old. Now, I'm not trying to age shame, but you shouldn't be playing those kind of games at 40. Get mad, get mad. And it also makes me wonder, is Kimber low-key still in a relationship with this guy in prison, but she's just able to do what she wants to do while he's there? Because she did get super defensive about it. But then again, I don't know how people are with their, you know, loved ones who are in jail. So she could have just been emotional about it. Do we have to? No, because this is what made me want to do this live in the first place, talking about Riva and Mario and Tandy. Let me tell you something. This whole situation between them played out like a bad Tyler Perry movie. Bad Tyler Perry play. Because how dare you sit with me on one side of the couch and then get up and walk to the other couch and kiss that woman? Don't that sound like every terrible Tyler Perry play ever? Or what was that other man that made plays? It just sounded like bad acting. And I believe it was real, but just the way it played out, it sounded like bad acting. And then when she finally, I got him now, it just sounded like every villain in a Tyler Perry movie that stole another woman's man. David E. Talbert. Yes, it sounded like a David E. Talbert play. Like, is this really how y'all want this to play out? We're talking about Riva, Mario, and Tandy. So, the thing is, hey, honey. No, I didn't see any interviews. But before I get insight, let me say how I feel before anybody gives me any. The thing is, I feel like they were messing around, like, maybe not the whole time, but they were definitely messing around before he broke up with Tandy. Because how did you have time in between filming to break up, to be together long enough for you to go on a trip with Tandy, break up, and then in less than 2 weeks, get with Riva, plan a trip, go on that trip, get back, and be an official couple. Hmm. Yeah, y'all can't tell me y'all weren't messing around before that. Y'all can't tell me that y'all weren't messing around. He probably reached out to her one day when Tandy made him mad, and the rest is history. Exactly. Why not pick her in the first place? Reba and Mario are shady. Exactly. I said that, but I don't know. Why? Why not pick Reba in the first place? That's what I said. I just I'm on an island with this one. What do you think? Because I just think, I don't know. You just can't tell me how y'all plan a trip. Trips, like trips and plane tickets, especially last minute. Come on, I don't believe that. Riva did self eliminate. Um, I think he was talking to Riva while with Tandy. The timeline does not. It doesn't. That's what I'm saying. They had to have. They had to have. And then you didn't even give her the decency of letting her know before y'all came back on TV. Y'all, you could at least told her, like, look, I realized I picked the wrong person. I mean, it was gonna be messed up either way, but let her know, like, behind the scenes. For him to do that on TV and then be sitting with her and then walk across the stage and kiss another woman, and her be like, I got him now, and then y'all be so defensive and going off like somebody did something to y'all. Tandy had every reason to go off and be mad. I mean, she didn't even snap the way I believe she should have or could have. But I think, she's a professional singer, so she didn't want to really show all the way out. But they deserved it. What? They both trashed. They were sneaking. Exactly. Mario said he wanted to tell her, and production told him to share it on the reunion. Why are you doing that just because production wanted you to do? Did they give you some extra money? Like, why? I still would have told her beforehand. I don't care what production wanted. So now you're a villain, and now you want to come back and, you know, please and apologize. Now, if she forgive him, it's whatever. But they did it wrong. They did it dirty. They did it behind her back. They didn't. He should have broke up with her a long time ago if that was the case. Y'all can't tell me they didn't been planning that trip while he was still with Tandy. Come on. Even if production told him to, he has no integrity. Exactly. It's all for TV. Exactly. I mean, just the way it played out, like, it was so dramatic. The way he walked over there and like, how you don't have to kiss her to tell me that you're with her. You did that to drive in the knife further and twist it. He apologized on live. Okay. He should apologize. That was dirty. And Riva needs to apologize too. Because, and that's another thing I didn't like. How come I know people have different definitions of friendship. Because if I call you a friend, we friends. And if I call you a friend, we more like sisters, honestly. If I call you a friend. So I'm kind of with Riva on that. But something about it rubbed me the wrong way when she tried to downplay their relationship, whatever it was, whether they're associates or friends. I still feel like she tried to downplay their relationship because she wanted this man. Because we didn't even know they knew each other. And we weren't going to find out through Riva. Maybe Riva is easier to control because his ex and his family talked about how he was controlling. Maybe Tandy was not easy to have control over. I definitely agree with that. Honestly, when they had that blow up at the pool, I think that's when they should have went their separate ways, because he wanted something from her that she was not willing to give. And, you know, she is very strong-willed, and you know what I'm saying, she wasn't going to change herself for him. So, and he wanted a woman that acted a certain way, possibly the way Riva acts, you know. And he got a taste of Tandy, realized that he didn't want Tandy, so he went to Riva. Yeah, he apologized but took the video down. Why? It's an audition for the next Tyler Perry movie. That's the way they were acting. They were acting like it was like, why did they make it so dramatic? I feel like Tandy was not his cup of tea, but he liked her look. Possibly. He is more conservative. Tandy knew a few people on the show, actually. Well, I mean, what's the point of hiding that? Mario's ex was more conservative. Wasn't Tandy on another reality show before this one? I believe she was. I believe reading in the comments that she was. But not anything I've ever seen. He liked Tandy and Riva. In the interview, I believe Tandy showed some text messages between her and Riva, but it was more like, hey girl, let's do this. And she said that they had mutual friends. Like, I can believe they were not closest, like the closest of friends, but like, don't downplay our friendship, or like, don't downplay anything, you know? It just seemed like she was trying to downplay it for in front of this man. Like, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. If you're in here, leave a like. Girl code. She used to date Genuine. And they fighting over Mario. Hey Sandra. She has pics on her Insta. I'm gonna have to look at her Instagram after this. What? This must have been like back when Genuine, because Genuine was married for a long time. So was this before or after he was married? Wow. Tandy is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. So I'm not too shocked. And some other well-known athletes. Took the words right out of my mouth. You had Genuine sis to let the man exactly. Let me tell you something about the men on this show. They were corny. A lot of them were corny. But looks wise, there wasn't many of them that I would be like a straight up no. You know? A couple I'll probably be like, nah. But most of them, if their personalities, if they had, you know, good personalities, if we meshed well, if they, you know, lived up to the standards that I have or whatever, and, you know, we complimented each other, then, you know, most of the men I would be okay with their looks. But when you start acting up, and when you start thinking you this and that, you cheating, you doing this, you doing that, that's when your looks start being like, woo, you're not even that cute. Because I'm not one of those people that hinges on looks so much. But when you start having a nasty attitude, that's when I start examining those looks. I think the personalities were lacking. Yes. So corny, especially London. Ugh. London was, I don't know, how did London get to be popular between those two beautiful women? I just don't get it. I think it's after his marriage ended. Okay. I think it was on that show. I can't remember the name. Tandy was on a reality show on Bravo with Genuine about a play. Oh, and was she with him then? I think London was corny, and I think he lied about kissing Alexis. I think he did. Yep. You saying you took words out of my mouth. He straight up lying. He wanted Divine when he realized Alexis was crazy. hmm Alexis really, she did a good job of hiding it for a long time. She did, but I feel like when she felt threatened by Divine, that's when it went haywire for her. What? No, I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna repeat it. Y'all can read Indie's Beauty's comment if you want. I'm not gonna repeat it. It's a big allegedly. But what? I've never heard of this show. What is it? Like the black version? It's kind of like, see, Bachelorette, it's like one woman and a bunch of guys. This is like 10 guys, 10 black men, 10 black women, and they're all like dating, and they eliminate each other week by week. I think this season it was 4. I still have to watch season 1. Y'all, I don't want to believe that. My goodness, he was one of the only attractive people on there. London was a cornball to me from the beginning. The love triangle was shook to me. He would definitely not be the one for me. Whoever wanted him could have him. Me too. Yeah, it showed them together on that show. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for putting it allegedly. Oh, he can't live at it. So was she trying to like put it out there? He said she would know because she is too. Oh my goodness. And she said she likes girls. I'm not surprised. If somebody said it is Atlanta. Season 1 was on some BS, but more genuine people. Wow. Y'all, I'm about to go to sleep. Y'all about to make me go to sleep. She was drunk. It happened. Still, how long has... But you know, like you said, it's Atlanta. I know they ain't together no more then. I guess they weren't never really together in the first place. I mean, unless you don't care. Season 1 was worse because all the women had to compete for 3 men. Really? See, that would bother me. It was a bunch of men. It was a bunch of women competing for only 3 men. Yeah, that would irritate me. Brent is not with Alexis. Oof. Yeah, only 8 and they got rid of 5. That sound like that would make me mad. See, I don't like, and that's what he meant by now the women have some control this time around. They got rid of some good men too. Yeah, they eliminated the men first. Okay, so they're okay. Is London and the other girl together still? Yeah. Are London and Divine still together? They went by looks. They only got to go by looks? Ugh. She also came for Tandy because allegedly Brent kissed on the cheek or some mess. What? Brent kissed Tandy on the cheek? Then the women, they got rid of the men first. And then the women had to compete. Ugh, that would irritate me. The women messed up on choosing men by looks, so the men were younger. Honestly, It's sad, but a lot of times, I mean, with women too, you can't go by looks. You really can't go by looks with anyone. But I feel like, especially with men, you cannot go by looks. Because a lot of times, the best looking men, finest men, be full of it. You can't. And played themselves. Oh my goodness. Tandy is just a friendly, fiery lady. Y'all gonna make me watch it. I'm so late. Aaron played the whole cast. What did he do? What did Aaron do? He sounded like he was up to no good. This happens while Alexis was on live with Ashima. She dropped all the tea. IUK why they loved Aaron. He must have been fine from season 1 and he wasn't that cute. Let me look him up. I don't trust Alexis. Let's see. Why is it not pulling up? Uh-uh. Yeah, Aaron, he alright. He is all right. Oh, they loved his body. They led people to on like they had a shot, knowing he did not like them at all. See, I don't. That's why I don't like stuff like that, especially when you leave men in charge. Ugh. Just to stay on the show. Thank you, Sandra. Butterhead. But his head. Oh, you took it all the way back with that one. Yeah, from the looks of it, I'm just like, nah. Like, if he had a good personality, I could deal. But, no. He was arrogant and thought he was the business. I will steal that one, Butterhead. That's real old. I feel like I heard that. I know I heard that when I was a kid. No. I don't know where I heard that, but I know I heard it when I was a kid. His head got too big. I might watch it just for the drama, but I might watch some clips. That's a joke from Con. I knew it was old. I knew that had to be real old. Other dudes wanted babies. Hello, no talk of marriage. See, don't play with me like that. I'm not talking kids without marriage. Are you crazy? They calling him Mushmouth. I'm from the South, and we used to say that. I'm from the South, and it was a Southern thing. All right, y'all. I'm about to jump off of here. I just want to talk about this because I just watched it. I just binged it. he couldn't talk. Well, I'm probably gonna go watch it, y'all. Y'all making me want to see how this man talk. At least a clip. I gotta see how he talk. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me on this live and talking about this show with me, even though I'm extremely late. It was fun. Thank you for keeping me company. Pray for me because I still slightly feel like I got a headache from my allergies. This pollen attacked me earlier. So yes, no problem. I like to do lives every week, so yeah, I'll be here next week as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.